Hello friends, how's everybody doing? It is Monday. Hope you've had a beautiful blessed weekend, and I hope you are ready to do some creating and crafting and looking forward to a blessed week. I've already started. I couldn't wait, and I'm just kidding. I was just pre-painting the backside so it won't take so long. We are going to be working on a thrifted find today, and I'm going to go ahead and turn you down. And first of all, let me find you on my iPad. That way I know what you are seeing, and hopefully I will not have to refresh comments, but if I do, I ask that you will give me some grace and bear with me. If you are new to me, welcome in. Welcome to the Whimsy Bunch. That's what I call us. And if you are new and if you have not followed, please hit that follow button. I will greatly appreciate it. And if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay, let me know, and I will say thank you to you for hopping on and spending just a little bit of your time with me. And it does not look like they are refreshing, so let me show you what we got here. Let me turn you down a little bit. I got my camera turned backwards, so let me pull that down a little bit. I've got to adjust my camera ever so often because I've got meetings here. That's about to fall out. Sorry for the hand. But it looked like my phone was about to fall out of the holder. I couldn't think of what it was called. Let's see if that's somewhat better. I have to adjust it because I have webinars and Zoom meetings and things, so I had to readjust everything. I apologize for that. Alrighty then, now that we got that all out of the way, here we are. This is my thrifted find, and I was so excited to find this baby. It's got a big, long hanger on here. And let me tell you how big this thing is. It is not a small little wall pocket. It is a big one. The pocket itself is 12 inches. And then the hanger is another about 8 1/4 inches. So this is a pretty good size. I liked it because of the design on it. And I've already played with the back. I added milk paint in the color truffle already to the back. Dried it, sanded it, and then I added, this one is flour sack to it. And let me see if you guys can see. You see that crackle, and I know with all the lights you probably can't see. There is some raised areas in here, but milk paint naturally crackles and chips. There is not much chipping going on, but you've got a beautiful crackle on here. So that's what we're going to do to the other side. I just am not sure if I want to do the dark underneath, or if I just want to go with the truffle itself, because we will apply some dark Kills wax to it to bring these highlights out. I'm just afraid if I do 2 coats of milk paint that I will lose some of that detail. So I think I am just going to go with the lighter color. Well, you know what? I'm going to mix the two. I'm going to create a new color. How about that? Let's create a new color. And you take equal parts of milk paint. So I got one, what is this? 1 tablespoon? Nope, 1 teaspoon. Don't even know what measuring things I have here. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of the flour sack, and 1 teaspoon of the truffle. And then I will need 2 teaspoons of water. And this is what the truffle looks like. Let's put these out of the way. And we will create a label, so to speak, for the front out of fabric. I promise there's water in here. I didn't have a water bottle, so I just used this. Can you see me mixing this on the side? Let me move that over a little bit. There we go. Maybe you can see me. And I'm just going to do 2 things of water, and I am going to add a little extra because I don't want it so thick. I want a thinner paint. I'm just going to use a popsicle stick to stir this. If you mix bigger amounts, it is good to use a little whisk. But for small amounts, a little popsicle stick will work, but make sure you mix it up good. And again, milk paint should be a little bit thicker, but I want it a little bit thinner so that I can still see the details. You should use a smooth brush. The back side, I used a chip brush to apply the first coat because I knew I was going to put another coat over top, but you should use a smooth brush to put it on. All my nice big brushes are dirty. I have not washed them. I've been really bad about not keeping up with my supplies and cleaning them. And it thickens up. See how it thickens up? So, and you still have a couple of chunky things in here, so I'm trying to break them up. And these cups I got, these are like condiment cups, and I got them out of Amazon. They do have lids. You will have to store it in the refrigerator if you have anything left over on the milk paint, because it is a milk product and it will spoil. So we don't want it to spoil, so we're mixing up as much as we think we need, and then if we need more, we can come back and get more. I'm just going to use this little brush. I don't have a bigger brush. And again, we just mix those 2 colors together. And if it covers completely, I'm okay with it. Not covering completely, I just want a little bit of that milk paint on here. We're going to age it out. It's all going to work out. No worries. I'm just going to do the top, and then I'm going to go to the bottom and meet in the middle. And milk paint is really amazing on wood. And see, I am just going to go in here and fill in these little nooks and crannies. Milk paint is a little learning curve because you mix the paint yourself, so you're going to have to get the right consistency on what you want for your surface, whether you want it really thick or really thin. The thicker you put it on, the longer it is going to take to dry. And before I applied the milk paint, I cleaned this really good. I used a Clorox wipe to wipe this down good, and then I used alcohol to wipe the rest down. And ideally, you will use soap and water to get the grease and the grime off. Let me get down to the bottom here. I'm just going to come back up from the bottom and add our milk paint. Some of the sides, I don't know if you can see it, half chipped off. That is the way I bought it. at the thrift store. And I enjoy creating with thrifted items, and you will see me use them periodically, so stay tuned for new thrifting finds and creating with my thrifted finds. Sometimes I forget to. It is not intentional, ladies. It's just sometimes I get sidetracked by shiny objects and I forget that I have thrifted items that I can use to bring to you. I'm going to turn it to the side a little bit. And when we add the flowers in here, I am going to add the flowers in a way that you can take them back out, that they don't have to stay in here. And let's see if we can get some chippiness going on. You can apply milk paint in several coats. You don't have to stay with one color. You can apply several coats. Milk paint will thicken as it sits, so it will get thicker and thicker. Once this is dry, I am going to go over top the handle, but I don't want to do the handle yet until this is dry right here. Well, actually, let's see if I can. I'm going to dry the handle first. And I wanted a neutral color for our base so that you can use this for different seasons. So you can use it for fall, for Christmas, for spring, for summer, patriotic, different holidays. If you hopped on, I'm sorry I cannot see any comments. It is not showing me any comments. When you dry metal, be mindful that it will get hot. Just going to let that rest right there. Let's dry this up some. I have to add some more on this side. Multitasking. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for watching the replay. I appreciate it. If there is anything that you're interested in on the Essential Stencil side, they've got the new transfers in. They are live. You can hop over there and get them. I will show you here in a moment what they look like. I just got mine today. I just got them in before we started the live. If I would have had them earlier, I would have done something with them. But I did not get them in time. This side is not crackling as much as the other side is. just because I did not put it on as thick. And it almost looked like there is a sheen to it. Kind of strange, I can't describe it. Let's see what we have so far. It's dry, but be careful because it will burn you, because metal does get hot. This is what we have, and it looks like there's different colors on it, and I like that look. It looks really good. I am going to scuff it up a little bit or sand it a little bit. This is 120. It is used and abused, so there is not much grit left on here. Some of it is flaking off. And this is what the sides look like. And I like it. It looks good. I'm going to go ahead and sand this part right here. There's a little bump in there, but that is in the metal itself. I like the way that looks. That is pretty cool. Do you think we should put the light coat over it, or should we leave it the way it is? I think I might add a little bit of the light color and go over top of that, because that turned out pretty good, and it did not take away our raised places. So I'm going to use the same cup and just add a little extra of the cream color, the flour sack. And mix that up real quick. And again, if you are commenting and I don't see your comments, I apologize. I am not seeing comments whatsoever. There was still a little bit of this, the darker color in here. I just put the flour sack over top. The darker color was called truffle. And this truffle is a little bit thicker than the first color that we made. And we'll just is a little bit lighter, not much. And I might not even go over all of it. I might just go over some of the places just to give it some contrast. And make it look like it's been painted several times and been out in the weather. All the things. Because that's the look I want to go for. I want to make it look like it's been around for a while. It's been painted over. It's been, you know, it's chippy. If I wanted it a solid coverage, I could have just used chalk paint. Waverly chalk paint. Or Dixie Belle. But I wanted more of a rustic look, like it's been around, like it's been painted several times, and it's been out in the weather. And this way too, it will match with different decor, with different seasons. It is not a certain color to where you can only bring it out at Christmas time or in the fall. And see how it is thickening up. Gotta lift this up a little bit so I can see it better. I want some more over here. And once we dry this coat, we should have some chippiness going on. As we put it on thicker, we should have a little bit more chippy. Again, working with this is a learning curve. I am still new at it, so if you are seasoned and you see me make mistakes, I am learning from my mistakes. Extend me a little bit of grace. And sometimes happy accidents happen when you experiment and try things. So you never know what you might achieve that you had not intended to achieve until you experiment. Get the side over here. I've got a little bit of much right there, so I'm going to take that out. I am going to leave our handle the way it is. I'll stick that to the side for right now. Close this up, that way I won't mess it up. Dry this and see what we get. So what you guys been creating and crafting while we're drying this? Oh man, did I forget to bring my... Nope, there they are. These are the red, white, and bloom stencils. And look at how pretty these are. Look at those colors. I love those deep tones. Our next one is the puppies, which I love. All American pup. And sorry, it's hard to hold the... And look how beautiful these are. Then we have a little bit of a truck and some cupcakes and balloons and fireworks. And that is this set. It is called 4th of July Celebration. And the last one is really cool. It is two different gingham prints, one in blue and the red and white one reminds me of a picnic blanket. And this is what the blue is like, and this is a transfer. And you can, I mean, they intended it for trays, but you can cut it down and use it for smaller things as well. And it is cracking and it is chipping, so we are doing good. I'm still not seeing comments. You see part of the chipping on here and the crackling. It is looking good. I am going to sand this a little bit under the table. And I will show you where it is. And you see right here and right here where it's chipping. It is starting to look good. It just has that aged look. Right there it was falling off. Right there, some of it falling off. And that's exactly what I was going for. That old chippy look. I'm going to take some of the Star Kills wax and use an old stencil brush. I know I've got way too much on here, so let me wipe some off. I will wipe some back, so don't be alarmed, don't be scared. I'm going right, left, and up and down. These are all water-based products, so if I need to wipe something back, if it is too dark, I can. I am going to go ahead and do the back side as well. And I went both directions. And it just made it look old. Now you can see the crackle even better. Let's not forget our handle. And I did not reload my brush. I'm still using what we had. Back. And again, if we need to, and see how it is chipping off, some of it is chipping off now. If we want more of it gone, we'll just add a little bit of water to our paper towel. And then we can just take a little bit off if we have a little bit too much in a spot. And I can do that later, so I will not take up your time. Let's see what that looks like. Like it. Probably gonna take a Clorox wipe and take a little bit more off right here. But for right now, I will call that good. Hey, Miss Bonnie, how are you, my friend? This is a thrifted wall pocket, and we just added milk paint to it, and it crackles on its own. Look at that beautiful crackle. It is chipping in the front in places right here. It looks like it's been around forever, and I love it. Love, love, love it. Let me clean this up real quick. Just a little quick change up. And now we're going to work on our fabric piece. This is like duck cloth. It is, it's a stiffer fabric. It is a little bit more coarse, I would say. It is not like, not burlap, what's the other one? Painter's drop cloth. It is not like that. I am going to use the stencils out of the 1776 pack, and I've got those linked. I got the patriotic set linked, and I got the new transfers linked. So check that out, and it'll go straight to those posts so that you can find exactly what you need as quickly as you need it. Okay, I just need to look and see where I have to place this so this will fit on here the way I envisioned it. Okay, we're going to start with America first. I'm going to tape it on here. All I want on there is America. And since that's all I want on here, I am going to use one of my little cards to block off things. I am going to do the curly cues this time. I don't think I'm going to use the little stars. I am using Tuscan Red. Did you get a notification, Miss Bonnie? Don't know if my notifications are working. And one other thing too is if you want to be notified when they are working, it is, oh my word, I just drew a complete blank. Exclamation mark notify. I just drew a complete blank. That was not good. And the same, if you need a link to the Essential Stencil page, you can do exclamation mark ES. And that will get you to the Essential Stencil page. And if you need my code, which is WK21, you can do exclamation mark code. That will get you the code to save you some money. I love saving money. So if I can pass on a code for you to save some money, I will gladly do that. I'm trying to be very, very, very careful around all these other swirly doohickeys. That's a word, doohickey. Let's see, we got to get that a little bit better. Offload your brush often. Anytime that you reload, offload it. I want to peek you in a minute to see if everything looks good. I swirl right, I swirl left. I want to make sure that I've got good coverage. When you work on fabric, just be careful that you don't move your fabric underneath. That R did not want to paint. So I'm going to take a peek what it looks like. I've got a little bleed right there, but I think we are going to be okay. I am going to put this down here. The star is going up here. And 1776 is going in the corner over here. So let me add the 1776 first. And then I can maneuver this over a little bit more. Don't want the stars. I'm going to block that one off here in just a moment. And for 1776, I am going to use Twilight. And I'm just going to take it out of the lid. And I know these are not traditional colors. We are not creating a traditional piece. It is going to be a mix, and I might age that piece of fabric. I might add a little bit of antiquing glaze over top. You can also coffee stain it, and I might do that. Might coffee stain this. Ooh, where's my little Becker board? This is really close right there. Sorry if you cannot see because of my hand. And again, if it is real rustic looking, that is what I'm going for, so I'm okay with that. Make sure your hands are clean before you touch your fabric so you won't transfer anything. I have done that. I'll speak from experience, ladies. Hello, Marilyn. Glad you're here. And I'm sorry that you did not get a notification. Sometimes when Facebook resets or updates, it will not notify you no more, so sometimes you have to reset your notifications. I am going to do this one first and then I will add the star, just so I can see where the star can go. I'm going to close this up real quick. Don't think this will show up, but I have a plan. I have a plan, ladies. I have a plan. This is buttermilk. Trust the plan, trust the plan. These are the dome brush set, or this is the dome brush set. And I am going to use the second to the largest one. Same concept. I'm going to load my brush and I'm going to offload my brush. And you probably won't be able to see. Yeah, you'll see some. I'm just going to do parts of it in cream and parts of it in red and parts of it in blue. And this is not going to be as detailed, or not detailed, what am I saying? It's not going to be as bright. I don't want it to be bright. I want it to be more muted. Looking good. So I'm offloading most of the paint. Just going to mix this up and it is going to look good. Let's see what we got. Oh, I love it. So what we have so far, whoop, it is sliding off. Now we add the star up here. I'm going to do the star in blue again. Oop, that's red. You know what? I'm thinking here. I'm thinking if I want to make it red and blue. I'm not sure. This is going to be tricky. I think I'm just going to do it in blue. If you're using a backer board, make sure that your backer board doesn't have paint on it that you are transferring. Oh, I swirled out a little bit too much right there. Whoop, and I forgot to tape it down. Most of the time I either tap or swirl depending on how big opening I have. Should have taped it down. I've got the swirls right there, and instead of trying to get them out, I'm just gonna add this little swirly thing underneath. I can figure out how to put this back on. Let's see if that covers that one. It'll cover that one. Sometimes you have to think outside the box and add things in here in order to make something disappear. That'll work. Now we have that. And that came out of the set, 1776. Let's see if I can move things out of the way here. In our wall pocket, I've got packing paper. Instead of using foam, I want this to be removable. So I am just adding packing paper. so that we can make our, put our flowers in here. And then for the front, I'm just going to use dots, glue dots. And we're just gonna put that on there with glue dots. But I'm gonna go ahead and add the flowers first. And these all came from Walmart. And I have to turn it towards me here in a moment because I am not good in doing things backwards. So let me see if I can lay this down to where you guys may be able to see this better. Hello, Tracy. About said Trisha. Don't know why. I'm a little crazy in my head. You did it. Hopefully it will work for you. Like I said, all of these came from Walmart. One of them was a big, whatever, arrangement. And I just cut it all apart. And now you know why I picked these crazy colors for my, for this to match with my flowers up here. This one came out of from a big bush, a big, and sometimes you just need to poke a hole into your paper in order for it to sit better. Like I said, I like to use paper because that way you can take it out and reuse it and redo it. Here are these little beauties. And I'm not a flower arranging person at all. I am not good at it, and I don't claim I know what I'm doing. And I will rearrange these and make them look all pretty. You notice we ain't got no red in there. This is going to be my pop of red. And if we need to fill it up a little bit more, I've got like greenery sprigs that you can put in here to make it fuller. And just add a couple of greenery things. And the other thing, I have made a little, I used that brown paper again, made like a little nest. You can add some shredded raffia, that's what that is, shredded raffia. And you can add a little nest right there. Let me see if I can get this glued on real quick. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not good in I need something pulled out a little bit to make it a little bit bigger in the back. I will fiddle with it. Let's see if I can get these glue dots to stick to here and not my hand. Seems like they stick to everything but what I want them to stick to. And the reason for the glue dots is so that you can remove this. Now when you change your flowers out, all you have to do is change your fabric out and have another a design. You can use it for the next season. There's my last one. Let's see if I can get this to hold up. I have to wait until it shows in the camera to see if you can see all of it. I gotta look at it from the front for just a second because I just saw something on the camera I didn't like. There. It didn't look good to me, so I had to fix it. And again, this is not glued in or anything, so I'm gonna adjust that. Give me just a second, folks. And this is not glued down. I was just given a suggestion on how you could make it look. And this handle sometimes is a pain. Has a mind of its own at times. Turn our little bird around a little bit. But for right now, that's what we have. And like I said, nothing is glued in. And then you can add more paper to the back to bring your flowers more to the forefront. But I like that better now. And then you can take the, I am going to age this up a little bit. That looks too new to me. So I am going to take my brush and go over it, age it out a little bit. And I'm not gluing anything down. I'm leaving it the way it is. I'm going to put a little bit more paper in the back to keep that in the forefront. And then when seasons change, all you have to do is pull it out and put a new piece on here. You can do a printable and a cardstock and use the glue dots, and that way you can change it out for each season. And I just think that turned out really pretty. Thank you, Miss Bonnie. I've never arranged flowers or anything, so that was just something different for me. And I loved using the milk paint and having the crackle. I just wish you guys could see it better on, see if you could see this part right here or down here where it is chipping. It is just really pretty. It just looks really pretty. So that's what I have for you today. And let's read our blessing. Let me pull you up a little bit so I can see you guys. I appreciate you. I'm going to show you the transfers one more time while I'm able to hold them better. Our blessing for today is out of Philippians 4:6, and it says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Is that just not the truth that, you know, we are concerned with so many things and worry about stuff, but the Lord says, pray about everything. Praying will bring you a peace. He is there for you. He will give you that peace. So pray continually. Pray about everything, the big things, the little things, and everything in between. And worry less, pray more. I love that. I love, love, love it. That is all I have for you this evening. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for hopping on, everybody. If you are new, please hit that follow button. If you need any information on the essential stencil things, this is the gingham pattern. It comes with red and white and blue and white. And that the red and white reminds me of a picnic table. The whole set comes with a four sets of stencils, 8 sheets, and you can buy them also individually. I love this one. I love the paw print. Is that just not adorable? You could put those on little things, and you could even put the house or the dog on here on a piece of fabric and add that to it. So many different ways you can use these. And this one, I thought the same thing. You could use this one right there and put it on there, and that will carry you through to the fall. So lots of different ways. I love the way those 3 are on the blocks. So many ways. Again, all of those are on sale at the moment in a bundle for 20% off. You can receive another discount with my code WK21. I have posted links in the comments or the header, so hop over there, check it out, and I hope you find something that blesses your heart, and I hope this inspired you to create a pocket. You can use a can. You don't have to find a thrifted one. Use just a small can, soup can, a big bean can, and make your own little pocket with a wire string. You guys, with a wire string, with a wire. You guys have a blessed day, have a blessed evening, and Amanda is on tonight at Essential Stencil on their page. She's an ambassador with a lot of talent, a lot of creativity, and she will bring us some fun projects tonight. So hop over there at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, and I will see you over there. I'm going to turn you down so you can see this little beauty, and I will turn this off. Thank you guys for hopping on. I appreciate you.